This is
Phloridians,
a
a Philly sports podcast. Hey, pal, that's my line.
Dude, just shut up and start the show. Come on, man.
Welcome to another episode of the Phloridians podcast. My name is David George Smith. I'm joined as always by my trusty sidekick and co-host, Luke McClatchy. He's in the building. He's back. He's got a haircut. Maybe it looks swaggy. Maybe it doesn't. Who's to know? Who's to judge? We'll let you be the judge. Let us know what you think of Luke's haircut.
Just don't be mean. I'm a sensitive young man.
Don't be mean. Well, not cool. It's not cool to be mean. But yeah, so we got a couple things to talk about. We want to talk about that monster Phillies game that happened yesterday. Phillies won 6-4 after being down 4-0. Kyle Schwarber
9.
going into the ninth, down 4-0. Kyle Schwarber with the 2-run home run. Poetry. And it seems like every time I try to say that I'm not going to get my hopes up about the Phillies, I end up getting my hopes up about the Phillies. They're 3 games behind their first place spot, 3 games behind Atlanta. I mean, getting 9-game winning streak, that's phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
It's looking great. It's looking great. Again, I've always said this about the Phillies. Like I want to see what they do in October. But right now, it's looking pretty promising.
Just those pesky Dodgers.
Just those pesky Dodgers.
Those rapscallions, them.
Also, shout out to Andrew Painter. Who's having a great rookie year.
Mm.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
Phillies definitely know how to turn a most likely down year into getting your hopes up a little prematurely.
You said it the best, Luke. When the Phillies hit the ball and they score more runs than the other squad,
it's hard to lose
They
baseball games when you do that.
exactly.
When
Absolutely.
you score 6 runs and your opponent loses 4, that's typically how you win a baseball game. That's what we're trying to do here.
I mean, it's the kind of stretch you want to see going into October, in my opinion. I mean, it should be everybody's opinion. So keep it up. Keep it up, Phillies. That's all I got to say.
Happy. Should we go over some of the audience takes,
And now we're going to go over your takes. Got a couple takes from you guys. Thank you so much for submitting these takes.
They're our favorite part.
Yeah, honestly, they're probably my favorite part, too. I got a whole bunch of them. Got some about the Eagles, some about baseball, some about anything. Anything, really. You can really submit whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. Submit it to the show.
Tim submitted some special takes. He had me laughing when I saw the submissions.
I'm excited. Should we do Tim's first or last?
Last. Definitely last.
Okay. First take is going to come from Chris_Schaller_. Andy Dalton will be released and the Eagles will acquire a QB2 via trade. That would break my heart personally. Being an Andy Dalton fan.
I really don't see what the problem with Tanner McKee is. I feel like he's a perfectly fine QB2.
Yeah, last night I think he went 16 for 22, had like 170 yards.
Touchdowns.
2 touchdowns.
I will say the one thing from the little bit I watched of preseason, I'll be honest, I really only watched the first half. I heard I missed some Carson Steele magic. I heard he had a really good second half. I know it's only preseason, but I mean, the Eagles looked like they knew how to move the ball. Again, I know it's only preseason, but Tanner McKee looked a lot better today than he did against Washington last year. I mean, I really don't think we need a QB2. I think Dalton's fine as a QB3 and Tanner should stay the QB2. I really don't think we need to make any moves in the quarterback room.
Yeah, I think at this point in Andy Dalton's career, he's going to be more of a coach than a player.
Mm-hmm.
So you want him. I think keeping Andy Dalton around just for a locker room presence and in the filler of him.
This is what Jalen Hurts is like 9th new offense in 10 years, going back even to like college and high school. He's basically had a new coordinator every year. I mean, having a vet in the locker room, especially lately, what Dalton's been a journeyman. You have a guy, I know Dalton's not anything really special, you know, he's no Aaron Rodgers or anything, no disrespect to the guy, but I mean, you got to be doing something right to keep playing at this age. And I feel like his expertise, and you know, he's had to learn a lot of new playbooks and everything too ever since he left Cincinnati. I mean, that's helpful. I don't think Andy Dalton's here to take game reps, is my point.
I 100% agree. Absolutely. It would break my heart because this was like a childhood dream come true. Andy Dalton playing for the Eagles, just a dream come true. So for him to get cut, that would break my heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next up, we got from Isaac Official. Dave dyes his hair teal after the Jags beat the Eagles in London.
That'd be a fun little bet. I mean, if you could get back in touch with Isaac and, you know, have a prize for when the Eagles win, maybe have him dye his hair green.
Yeah.
Although we're all working adults here, I would say probably choose something a little less invasive than dyeing your hair. It's gonna be a little hard to be taken seriously at work with teal hair.
Yeah. Not only is it not a take, it's more of just a idea.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it either. I appreciate.
I think it's a fun submission.
I'm not doing that. And I think when we did our schedule prediction, you can still watch that on the channel. Make sure to go check that out. I think we had this as a win.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
I just
So I don't think I
remember off the top of my head if there are London game or not. I think we're playing them in London, so I think that's like a 9 a.m. game.
It is the London game. Set your alarms.
Yeah. Wake up nice and early. Don't drink too much Saturday. Don't pull a Luke.
We can throw a little bit of Bailey's in your coffee.
Ooh, sounds like a move. Bailey's
That
in
sounds like a plan.
football. If you're still living up in Pennsylvania, you know, put on some warm socks, throw some Bailey's in your coffee, enjoy your morning, you know, maybe light a fire. I don't know. I'm not policing your life, but I think that sounds very cozy.
I don't think it'll be. I still think it'll be warm outside because week 3 that's like October.
Yeah, but you know, October, it can get down to like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Last time here in good old Pennsylvania in October, it was like a high of like 45. And especially at 9 in the morning, it's gonna be a little chilly.
Because I went to the Broncos Eagles game. It was week 3. That was like early October, and it was warm outside. It was like it felt like a spring day.
Yeah, it's like a 50-50 with weather in Pennsylvania. Fall is optional.
Look at us. We're unk status now. We're just talking about the weather. We're like, yeah, it can get hot, but it can get cold.
We're your coats, Junior. Don't want to catch a cold.
Next take comes from Moore_036. Eagles defense is top 5 statistically this season.
I don't think that's an incredibly hot take. I mean, I don't think anyone would disagree with you that, like, pretty much on paper, I think the only one that looks better right away, and I wouldn't be offended if they said so, is the Rams. But I mean, yeah, I feel like the Eagles are right there with teams like the Broncos. The Browns were there last year, but they obviously lost Myles Garrett, so they'll probably fall a bit. Green Bay's getting Parsons back. I don't think it's an incredibly hot take to say they're top 5. With Fangio at the helm, you've got a better chance of being top 10 than below that.
I don't know what they rank in fantasy.
Well, being an actually good defense is like a little different than fantasy because, I mean, in like actual football, like you could just get a 3 and out every possession, and that's great defense, but you're not going to get a lot of fantasy points for that. You're probably going to stick there with the base 10, maybe 12, maybe you get 2 points off sacks, but yeah, you can be one of the best defenses in the league and not exactly force a crazy amount of turnovers.
That's right. Yeah, I don't think that's too out of whack to say that Eagles will be a top 5. Not at all. Not at all. That's a good take.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Next up comes from Jack McClatchy. MLB 2027 lockout is good if it stops the evil LA Dodgers, who are more evil than Brady's New England Patriots. I don't know. Who's more evil, the Dodgers right now or the Patriots in 2010s?
What the Dodgers are doing is definitely going to cause a lockout or something to change. But I mean, they haven't cheated for it exactly like the Patriots did. I mean, they're well within their rights. There's no salary cap. There's no rule saying they can't sign everybody. That's the whole problem.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. I think this lockout is gonna be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I think it's just a smidge of recency bias to say the Dodgers are worse than the Patriots, though, because we're on year 4 of the Dodgers versus 19 years of Belichick and Brady Patriots.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad time for all of us.
And they like to cheat a lot,
Yeah.
actually.
Absolutely. Next up, drum roll, please. Who else but Tim McClatchy? It's not a take, it's a question, he asked. Are the 40 whiners, and that's how he quoted it, I'm not just being petty, are the 40 whiners going to flop again this year?
I think they're well on their way to it. I mean, their owner's getting freaky in the East Palestine.
What incarnation?
The East Palestine mobile home.
Ohio mobile home. What are you doing, bro?
And then that's just the owner. That has nothing to do with on the field. I mean, the substation has led to a couple casualties. I mean, McCaffrey always finds a way to get hurt. It's another year of questions surrounding Brock Purdy. Ayuk's just gone. I don't even know what he does anymore. He might just be like a vagabond at this point, living outside the Washington practice facility. And the injuries continue to rack up. We're not even at week 1 yet, and there are already a couple starters banged up. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a very real possibility that the 49ers have another disappointing year, especially with the defending champ Seahawks and the newly appointed Rams with Myles Garrett, the division favorites. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Niners finish 3rd in the division and miss the playoffs.
Well, he said, are they going to flop? And I think to flop, you have to actually have something good to flop.
Well, I mean, they just beat the Eagles at the Link last year in the playoffs. I mean, winning an away playoff game, I don't think that's a bad season, especially with how banged up they were. I feel like it'd be a big step back from them winning a road playoff game to missing the playoffs altogether. I'd call that a flop.
Yeah.
That's 2 steps backwards.
I don't expect much going into them, so I don't think that's what I meant. Is like I don't think that there's anything to flop from.
Yeah,
rather, but I think I agree.
They're already expected to come in 3rd in the division, so
yeah. I think it'll be a down year for San Francisco. Good, they deserve it.
Build more substations.
Watch out when you get freaky in Ohio.
East Palestine,
Ohio.
Bro heard the Free Palestine debate and just went the wrong way. Got a little goose juice in there. His heart was in the right place. His feet were not.
So what are you doing in East Palestine, Ohio? You're
getting freaky in the trailer park.
I know, but how freaky is this man that he came all the way from San Francisco to East Palestine, Ohio, in a trailer park. Just sound it out. Think about that for a
I'm
second.
telling you, I think that electrical substation's starting to affect them mentally too.
Goodness. Wow. All right. We got another one from Tim McClatchy. He's got another question. We're happy to answer it. Tim McClatchy asks, could prime Dalvin Cook save Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo?
I think he could. think he could do it.
I don't really. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Napoleon just needed a couple more reinforcements at Waterloo, and Dalvin Cook back in 2020 he rushed for 1,500 yards in 14 games. I mean, if that doesn't move the needle at Waterloo, I don't think any other things. You cannot run a linebacker. You cannot run cannon fire. Yeah, I think Dalvin Cook moves the needle for Napoleon. I think history class is a lot different if Dalvin Cook was there.
I'd agree. Thanks, Tim.
We should make that like the thumbnail for our episode.
Could prime Dalvin Cook save Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo? Got to ask yourself that.
You know, people should take more inspiration from Tim. These are the kind of takes that make recording fun.
Jeez. Wow. That's going to do it for those takes. Appreciate you sending those in. Let us know your thoughts. Could Dalvin Cook Dalvin Cook save Napoleon? Who's to know? But we're getting the questions that we need the answers to.
I feel like Tim should take this question, to not calling us unqualified, but I feel like you should go to someone with a degree in this. I feel like they give him a more satisfying answer. Perhaps a professor or a historian or a scientist could answer this for Tim. Give him a full answer.
Yeah. Thanks, Tim.
You make our job fun, Tim.
I know. He absolutely does. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts.
Speaking of thoughts, folks, we are 3 weeks out from the NFL season. I hope those of you who play fantasy football have either already done their draft, scheduling their draft, or are even in a league. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's a great chance to stay in contact with friends who are far away from you and, just make fun of each other on a random Sunday when your running back breaks his leg.
Yeah, if you haven't done your fantasy draft, I suggest you do it soon.
Yeah, I'd probably say Labor Day weekend would be the perfect time. We did ours a little early. We had some people all over the state, all over these states actually. Just busy times. We wanted to get ours out of the way, which was almost a disaster because what's his face? Ashton Jean T got injured at practice yesterday. And everyone thought he had a torn ACL. It was a false alarm. He just has a sprained ankle. So just be aware of that when you draft in fantasy early, you're leaving yourself a couple weeks for your top guys to get injured. So usually later the better, but when you're an adult, you take what you can get.
Absolutely. So right now, we're going to go through what we had our fantasy draft, as you mentioned. We're going to go over our teams. I have it pulled up right here. Let me share the screen.
We should give some context too. 12-person league. Dave, you had the fourth pick?
Yes, I had the fourth
and I had
pick.
the 10th out of 12. Standard snake draft. Those of you who don't know how that works, if you have the 10th pick in the first round out of 12, it swaps the next round. The next round, you have the third pick of the second. And it goes on and on. Just tries to give the league more parity so you aren't doomed if you have that 12th pick.
Yeah. So I pulled up our matchup. It's going to be week 5. Coming for your neck. And the Here's the name of our league. It is the Diddy State Class of 2026. And my team name is Jalen Hurts when I pee. And then Luke's team, you got Science Missy Fauci Claus.
You just go evolve down your chimney. Sandra and Ayers.
Goodness. All right. So here's my squad. Go over a position. At quarterback, I got Jalen Hurts. Happy to have him on the squad. Hope he has a great year. I know we will. Top 5 quarterback. I don't care what you say. Got Kenneth Walker. Got DeAndre Swift. Former Eagle. My first round pick, Jamar Chase. Let's hope he has a great year. Rashee Rice. Got Dallas Goedert, which I think is a sleeper pick because there are times, and I don't think I'm crazy for saying this, but there are times where Dallas Goedert is the Eagles' best receiver.
Mm-hmm.
There are moments where he's our best receiver.
Touchdowns last year. I mean,
Exactly.
I don't think you're crazy about saying that.
So I'm really excited that I got Dallas Goedert on the squad. I think he's going to overachieve this year, in my opinion. And I got David Montgomery. I got Quentin Johnson. I got Jake Elliott. I got Seattle defense. On my bench, I got Sam Darnold, which I think is a great backup quarterback for fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
You got
Bell.
Ja'Cory. Oh, remember where we were having that conversation and I was trying to see what they called Sam Darnold on Reddit?
Yeah,
Plus.
Oh, the Gal. Yeah, the God Emperor quarterback of the United States.
Sam Darnold.
Funniest nickname in football, in my opinion.
I still think 9 is pretty funny.
Yeah, but you can't have the funniest nickname in the NFL when you give it to yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's what makes it funny.
Yeah, it definitely adds to it. I mean, I feel like it's also only funny because he was bad.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know, God Emperor quarterback of the United States, especially when this has been Darnold's nickname since he was on the Jets. Right? They were calling him the Geck Bus when he was like the backup on the Panthers. Like that was very funny.
Good. Moving right along, I got Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. I got Mekhi Lemon. Excited to see what he does this year. Full participant in practice today. So that's a great. I got Deebo Samuel, who's just washed at this point.
And fat.
Like James Harden.
Yeah.
And last but not least, I got Chig Okonkwo. And that's my team.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about this squad. Like I said, I think Dallas Goedert is going to give me more than the price of admission. Yeah, I think this is a great squad.
Yeah. Don't doubt my Fauci clauses, though.
Okay, let's move on to Science Missy Fauci clause.
I wanted it to be Fauci clauses. I ran out of characters. It was supposed to be plural. But anyways, yeah, we got Jaden Daniels at the quarterback, had him 2 years ago when he was a rookie. He was a very solid fantasy quarterback, was a big fan of his. Devon Achane, my second round pick. He's out there. He's probably the only guy on the Dolphins offense who's going to touch the ball this season. So he's either going to get 30 points a game or die in week 2. I don't know, but I figured he was worth the flyer. I think he has a cool name and he runs very fast. I'm a big fan of his. Bucky Irving, he's there. I took a flyer on him. He's great when he plays. My first round pick, Amon-Ra St. Brown. We all know who he is. Catches the ball a lot. Decided I got snaked in the round. I really wanted Devonta Smith. He got taken, so I settled for Terry McLaurin. And I don't think that's such a bad thing. He's coming back healthy. When he plays for Washington, he's a great player. So don't want to insult him or anything, especially since he's here on Science Miss Eve with us, spending his holiday with us. Then I got Chargers tight end Gadsden. He had a really solid year last year. He just got overshadowed by the other rookie tight ends, but he's right up there with the rest of them, with Tyler Warren in that crowd. Josh Jacobs. I drafted him. I kind of forgot that he had that whole thing about beating women in the offseason. So I kind of forgot about that. So he's on the team. I hope he doesn't get suspended. Or maybe I do. Like, that would be justice, but it would stink because I drafted him. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be laughing about that. Like, that's... I'm laughing at my ineptitude there. Carnell Tate, 4th overall pick this season. I think he's great. I wanted him on the roster. I was very excited to get him. Will Reichard, the Vikings kicker, and the Vikings defense. I just doubled up on the Vikings special teams and defense. Got Patrick Mahomes as my backup quarterback. I mean, he slipped to like round 9. I mean, at that point, you got to take the guy. Yeah. Got Zach Charbonnet, just as a plug and play. He's a good goal line back. Maybe I can sneak in some touchdowns when my other guys are on bye. Took a flyer on Xavier Worthy. I like to have a quarterback and a receiver. I like to get those 10 points if they throw and catch a touchdown. So Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes is kind of like, I don't want to say my B team stack, but I mean, they're on the bench, so I guess that's what they are. Alec Pierce, the Colts threw a gajillion dollars at this guy, so I figured, hey, should probably draft him. They'll throw him the ball. They're not going to give him a gajillion dollars a year to sit there and do nothing. And then TJ Hawkinson, I just like his mullet, so I picked him. He looks like a Viking.
Both decent squad. I really like the Patrick Mahomes move. That sound like Chris Collins. That sound like Chris Collinsworth.
Yeah,
And I hear be just doing yours than hand moves. Patrick Mahomes.
I wish Patrick Mahomes would email me. He never answers my calls, my emails, nothing.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't know if they can project if they have like power rankings for the
I don't think they do on Sleeper. They do on ESPN. But as I prefer like the layout and everything of how the ESPN app works, but the tools you get as the commissioner in Sleeper are great. Like you can hold off the draft. It doesn't have to automatically start at the time you say. You have a lot more commissioner tools to help people out. Like I can add extra IR slots. There was a time, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, where everyone had like 5 guys out on their bench. So it was really great to give everyone an extra IR spot, just so people didn't have to drop half their roster. I like the tools it gives you, but I do miss how easy to use and fluid the ESPN app was.
Yeah.
That was a great app.
I agree.
But Sleeper's great too. I don't think you can lose if you pick either of them. But personally, if you're a fantasy leagues commissioner like I am, I think Sleeper gives you a lot of better stuff.
Just had to throw out there you're the commissioner.
I don't see like how that's a problem.
You're just I'm the commissioner.
I'm trying to give advice, okay?
I'm the commissioner.
Yeah, you know what I am. You're suspended. I'm Roger Goodell.
Good.
I order you to get freaky in East Palestine.
Don't take me to the trailer park in Ohio.
I am the football king, the commissioner. You do what I say. People trust me with their money. That's the funniest thing.
Let us know your thoughts about our fantasy teams. I think it's going to be a good year.
And it'd be fun too. You know what? For our episode next week, either submit screenshots of your team or just tell us what pick, how big your league is. It's fun to talk about. Gives us something to get excited for before actual football.
Absolutely.
I like to see people's rosters and everything. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. We can rank them. You can do a tier list. We can have all of our submissions.
A tier list of
submitted
fantasy football teams would be really cool.
That'd be a lot of fun. Well, right, you know what our next episode is going to be.
Everyone's getting F tier unless they're a commissioner.
He's a tyrant. I'm telling you, he's a tyrant, folks.
Definitely. Yeah.
I didn't even want to do fantasy this year. You just forced me to do it.
The tyrant commissioner gives himself the 10th pick. I don't think I've had the first pick since like high school. Just run luck
crazy.
with that. First pick's overrated anyway. Last time
I
I had
agree.
it, Christian McCaffrey died, so I don't even need it.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Well, that does it for just about everything we have. But yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. We could put up the link. We could probably work that out. Put up a link, give people plenty of time to submit their teams. I think that'd be a really fun episode next week.
Absolutely. Make sure to send us your takes, send us your teams. We're going to be reviewing them.
And bonus points that they're funny names. The name makes
Yeah. Yeah, I think that should go into the ranking, how funny the team name is.
yeah. If you aren't making your fantasy football team's name hilarious, you're not doing it right.
Nah, that's all the fun.
It's all a joke. You get together with your friends, you make fun of each other, you pick guys who don't even know you exist, and then you gamble money over them getting yards and not getting injured. It's ridiculous, but it's a lot of fun. And
It's a fun time.
you need a funny name. You shouldn't take it that seriously.
Yeah, I agree. All righty, folks, that's going to wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We will see you next week. Take care.